Can you completely level a hardened underground command bunker without dropping a single nuclear warhead or releasing any radioactive fallout? For 70 years, achieving what military planners call strategic impact, the ability to instantly cripple a nation's critical infrastructure, required the raw power of an atomic bomb. The problem with that history is mutually assured destruction. Because every atomic blast guarantees catastrophic radioactive fallout, these weapons are practically unusable for limited, localized warfare. To gain leverage in a regional conflict without triggering a global apocalypse, military planners needed a physical mechanism to deliver massive destruction while keeping the nuclear threshold intact. The solution they found relies on extreme speed, deployed through non-nuclear hypersonic intermediate-range ballistic missiles, like the Russian Oreshnik. These systems launch multiple independently targetable reentry vehicles, or MIRVs, into the atmosphere. They don't rely on chemical explosives. Instead, they hit their targets at terminal speeds exceeding Mach 10, converting their sheer velocity into a devastating kinetic shockwave. This chart tracks velocity against explosive yield, demonstrating how kinetic energy scales quadratically. At lower speeds, anything below Mach 8, a standard chemical explosive like TNT or C4 actually packs more energy per kilogram than raw kinetic momentum. But as the velocity increases, the math flips. At Mach 8.8, the kinetic energy of a solid mass equals its exact mass in TNT. Push that to Mach 20, and just 1 kilogram of dense tungsten strikes with the energy equivalent of over 5.6 kilograms of TNT. By flying at extreme hypersonic speeds, these solid metal warheads punch deep into mountain facilities through pure momentum. There are no high explosives to detonate and no radioactive isotopes left behind. Hitting a target with that much force is only half the equation. An attacker still has to locate the target in the first place and then manage the public backlash. Historically, superpowers maintained military secrecy to protect their assets. Today, the rise of commercial open-source intelligence, or OSINT, has created a state of intelligence parity. Synthetic aperture radar satellites scan the globe continuously. They track foreign troop deployments and naval fleets in real time, exposing the exact coordinates as multi-billion-dollar bases and stripping away their operational sanctuary. Once those coordinates are struck, the battle immediately shifts to the information space. Traditional Western television networks and news broadcasts struggle to maintain a unified message across fragmented domestic audiences. Meanwhile, regional actors bypass traditional media entirely. They produce cheap, highly digestible visual propaganda, like viral Lego-style animations, to satirize rival leaders and broadcast their missile strikes directly to smartphones. By packaging complex arguments into viral media, smaller nations strip away the perceived legitimacy of larger superpowers at zero cost. The era where an empire could hide its forces and control the narrative is over. While kinetic impactors offer a physical alternative to atomic bombs, they have created a terrifying operational hazard. Modern hypersonic glide vehicles suffer from what strategists call dual-use ambiguity. They are highly maneuverable and fly on flat, unpredictable flight paths rather than traditional ballistic arcs. When early warning radar systems detect an incoming object traveling at Mach 10, the sensors cannot read what is inside the nose cone. They cannot tell if the missile carries a conventional chunk of tungsten or a strategic nuclear warhead. This diagram illustrates how ambiguity inverts the stability-instability paradox. During the Cold War, mutual nuclear destruction created a safe space for limited conventional wars. Today, that space is gone. Because radars cannot distinguish payloads, a conventional hypersonic strike looks exactly like a nuclear decapitation attack. Extreme speed erases the firewall that once separated a limited regional dispute from an all-out nuclear exchange. Put yourself in the shoes of a defending military commander, sitting deep inside an isolated underground command node. Your screen's just lit up with an incoming Mach 10 threat. You have less than 15 minutes. You must verify the launch, guess the payload, and decide whether to authorize a retaliatory nuclear strike. This time compression forces a use-it-or-lose-it scenario. If you hesitate, your command structures might be vaporized. Weapons technology now operates far faster than human diplomacy. Launching a high-end conventional strike is no longer a localized tactical decision. It sits on a hair trigger for accidental global escalation. traditional warfighting tactics are obsolete against the physical and economic math of modern weapons. If you want to explore the full data behind this shift, read our complete deep dive article on Substack, linked below, and be sure to subscribe to Science at Work for more.